Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Gethin Christine Morris and I am here to teach you and guide you through a 60-minute restorative yoga class with no props. This is nice and beneficial for when you don't have any props around, traveling, going from one place to another and you don't have a block or a blanket or you just don't even really want to get them out. This is the class to do. And as always, please feel free to modify that feels good for your body. This is a nice, quiet, little minimal cues that will lead you safely in and out of the poses. And I am so excited to get started because I love restorative. All right. We are going to start just with a little bit of gentle breathing, coming to an easy pose, lotus, anything that feels really good for you. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. A couple more times at your pace, lengthening the breath a little bit more each time you do it. Very good. Wonderful. All right. Let us bring both of our hands out to the side, reaching way on up, palms to touch, and then hands down for Samastihiti. I invite you to use any sankalpa that is calling your name. As far as a few I could offer, healing is happening. Healing is always happening. And restorative yoga classes are the perfect thing for healing. I am healthy, whole, balanced, and complete. I live a life full of abundance and magic. So you can use any that surface in these moments with your eyes open, at a soft gaze, or completely closed, entirely up to you. As it arises, go ahead and release the hands, and you're sealing that sankalpa as we move into our first pose, which is going to be puppy pose or Shishosana. What's the other word? Yeah, Shishosana. Well, you know what? Puppy pose. All right, so we're going to bring our knees about hip width apart and then coming on to our hands, lowering down all the way to our forearms, and then finding our head to the mat and our arms extended. I will offer a couple variations if that is not entirely accessible. You can come to a wide-legged balasana, child's pose. If it's not feeling good to have your hands and your arms extended forward, you can always bring them down to the side. And hold on. And as we come into it, Going to time it because we only do a few poses and you want to get the most. As you come into your expression, I bet it's Arda. She shows him. Anyways, finding the stillness. And an easy breath in and out of the nose. And if you are in puppy pose, you do just want to make sure that your hips are stacked over your knees. If at any time you start to feel uncomfortable, please adjust yourself and position yourself to that which is comfortable. This is a really lovely pose for shoulder healing, for the upper back expansion. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Be present. As your shoulders are opening, feel free to make micro movements. To adjust and allow the expansion. Completely surrendering your forehead to the mat. No effort as you allow yourself to fully surrender. If it is helpful to practice an auditory exercise or intention, if you will, where you listen for the sounds, the farthest sounds outside the room and the building, and then slowly, incrementally bring the sound all the way back in into your breath and your body that's breathing. As your body is opening, finding the acceptance and surrender even more. And slowly, wherever you are, if you are in puppy pose, you're going to lift your fingertips and kind of inch your arms back towards your body. And if you're in wide-legged child's pose, just kind of inch your way into a tall pose where your arms are down at your side and your hips are at your heels. Very good. Taking a moment, breathing, feeling this, they call it a creeping effect in restorative, that over the length of the pose you start to feel more and more, which is what I'm referring to when your body opens slowly. I can feel my muscles where I didn't even know I was holding tension just slowly start to like whoosh, 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 release, 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 and then surrender. It's really amazing. All right, and now we're going to do a thread the needle, and we're going to spend a little time on each side. So coming where your hips are over the knees, and then bringing the right hand up and coming all the way down and twisting in the upper torso. And then you can have your left arm fully extended, or you can relax it where the elbow is bent and you're resting on your forearm. top side of your forehead is on the mat. And surrender and melt into the earth. Feel the contact points on the earth and engage with that mentally, energetically, like the back of your hand, your shoulder, your elbow, forearm, or palm, your knees, your shins, the top of your feet. If at any time your knees do need extra support, you can always roll up your mat at one of the edges and use that for extra padding for your knees. As your neck opens, make a micro movement in your head to allow the lengthening in the cervical spine to happen. And release any effort in that left arm. Just surrender as much as you can into the pose. Slowly, wherever you are, bring your elbow toward your body as you lift pressing in to your forearm for support, bringing up into a tabletop. And then slowly lifting that left arm and bringing it down below. Resting on that shoulder, finding your sweet spot. And it might be another extended support arm, or it could just be relaxing on that forearm, having the elbow bent. You can even bring your head, I was going to say your head on top of your hand if that feels good. Finding the stillness and coming back to your sankalpa. Slowly starting to unwind, coming all the way up to tabletop, and then fully find a supine position all the way down. There you go, for crocodile pose. Belly's all the way down on the mat. Tops of your legs, the tops of your feet. Your elbows are bent, and one hand is on top of the other. And you can have your forehead flat on top of your hands or one side of the face. Allowing the ankles to kind of roll to the sides and really, really relax and surrender into the pose. Into Mother Earth. Be present. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Wonderful. Slowly start to unravel the arms. And we're going to come into a supine position instead of prone. So you can just go ahead and roll on over on your back slowly. Now, this practice is sequenced so that you get the upper thoracic expansion and twists, and then the whole spine expansion in the prone position, and now the mid to lower back twists, and ending in a lovely shavasana on the back. So right now we're going to come and raise our left knee, bringing your right hand to the outside of it, and go ahead and roll your left hip on top of your right. There's a couple different variations. You can have both knees bent. You can have your lower leg, your right leg extended. Or you can have both of your knees on top of each other and your feet on top of each other. And then your left hand can be just nice and relaxed. And if this is comfortable with your right hand on top of your knee, you can leave it there. Find your expression and relax. Your gaze can be over your left shoulder, can be straight up, or kind of off facing the way we're twisting. Nice, long, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Allowing this nice twist to open. Finding the expansion between the vertebra on each inhale and each exhale, even if it's energetically, just little baby movements to the twist to really have that there. Coming back to your sankalpa and honoring where your body is at with your mind and your breath. Releasing any tension, any effort. Finding the surrendering. Allowing the surrendering. Slowly unwinding and shifting onto both hips, where your knees are bent, where your right hip can roll on top of your left. Using the left hand outside the right knee to help with the twist and with leverage. Again, you can have your left lower leg extended. You can have even the top leg extended, whatever feels comfortable, even if it's both knees on top of each other, so that you can find a nice, slow, beautiful release in the twist. Gaze can be over the right shoulder or up straight ahead or down to the left. Finding the stillness. And coming back to your sankalpa, noticing where it is in your body. Nowhere to be except right here. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Be present. Slowly unwind, shifting onto your back, shifting onto both hips on your sacrum. Very good. And extending the legs all the way forward. Maybe roll the ankles, wiggle the fingers, and then take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax into a beautiful open Shavasana. Just make sure as you're settling deeper into this expansive pose that your shoulders are rolled away from the ears and that your hips feel nice and stable. Your sacrum feels just wonderfully supported. And your feet are kind of flopped open and your palms are facing up. Letting go of any effort and completely surrendering. Coming back to your sankalpa and feeling it in your body. Continuing to go deeper into the pose. As I sit, I hold space for you to keep the depth and the relaxation of this restorative open pose. How does your breath feel within your body? How does your intention resonate? How does the opening and twisting of each part of your spine feel as you continue to surrender? I invite you to stay in Shavasana, or you can slowly begin to wriggle your toes and fingers, and maybe sway your feet side to side. And slowly, when you're ready, rolling over to one side. And as you are even more ready to press against the earth, bring your body to a seated position, coming into easy pose or deer pose, or anything that is just feeling wonderful right now. And go ahead, wherever you are, and bring your hands to heart center if that feels good. And coming back full circle with your sankalpa. Any awarenesses you might have gained or insights from the class, knowing as we continue to practice, allowing our parasympathetic nervous system to come online and be engaged in the way where that sympathetic nervous system is just offline, where we come to the center of rest, of peace. That becomes easier and easier and a part of our nature. You did wonderful work. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through a deliciously fun, supine, spinal, all of it, inverted a little, all of that class for you. This practice is for you. Know that healing is happening and that everything you just experienced was very healing for all parts of your back and your knees and your hips. Yeah, it's very good. Thank you. I'm going to close with a few ohms. You feel free to join me. I love it when people join. And then we will see each other again. Deep breath in. The light in me sees, knows, and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Drink lots of water.